I'll be talking on a very important subject matter, which I feel concerns us, everyone, but then specifically in this session for ladies. Anytime I'm invited, I like talking on this because I feel these three things, vision, value, and virtue, is what makes up a successful leader, every successful leader, right? So let's just consider it a bit. I have a question. This pointer seems to be moving so fast. Let's just ask this question, and then I'll just get two responses, and then we'll go over to the next. Who is a leader? Who can help us? Just simple definition. Who's a leader? In your own words. Yes. If I don't, yes. It's right.
A leader is a person that can influence a change.
A leader is someone who can influence change. Awesome. Can we give a round of applause? Yes. At least now we're not giving her money. Let us celebrate the fact that she answered something. Thank you. Yes, someone else who can help us. She said someone who can influence a change. Yes. Yes, ma'am.
A leader is someone who knows the way, walks the way,
and shows the way. Can we give her a round of applause? Someone who knows the way, walks the way. I actually have that in my slide. Probably she saw it before.
No.
Before I got here. So that's a leader, someone who actually knows the way, walks the way, and then shows the way. So now that's that. I don't want to go, let me not. So this is my simple definition. Can we read it together?
A leader is someone who is able and has the willingness to prioritize from one issue to completion.
So for there to be a leader, there must be what?
A team.
Or what?
Project.
And then there must be what?
Point of
Completion. So your ability to move from this point to this point, either with a team or yourself, is what makes you what? A leader. So when I asked a lady one time, I want you to join our leadership training program. And she was like, and that one does not concern me, that is not for me. I was like, why? She said leadership is for men, that is not for women. I was shocked to my bones. And this is real life. This is not somebody coming to tell you stories. A lady actually told me that leadership is for what? Men, not for ladies. And I was shocked because that's what society, right, have made us to believe that it's not our thing. But there's no rule that says that. Was there any rule that says that? Is it in the Constitution that you cannot lead or you should not lead? No, it's not anywhere. So if you can initiate any project, if you have a business, are you a leader or not? You're a leader, right?
Yes.
If you go to school and you're writing exams, are you a leader or not?
You're a leader.
Okay, you don't see exam as a project. Your final year project is not project, you need to call it.
Yes.
You're a leader. You've already started your leadership journey even without knowing it. Right? And there's nothing really special. You must have a title first. There's nothing like that. Leadership is not connected with titles. In fact, you can have a title in an office as the leader, but the main leader is someone else in the team. Do you know that?
Yes.
It happens. So don't ever wait for a title before you consider beginning your journey in leadership. And what do I mean? I mean taking up initiatives now. That you are here is a privilege, right? And it shows that you are interested in your personal development, right? You are interested in your future. And that's also part of leadership. You are taking a step to bless and make your future what? Better. So let's move on. So I will not say that again because she already said it. A leader is someone who knows the way, goes the way, what? Shows the way. So you know where you are going to, and you are taking that step to go there. And then you're also showing others how to what? Get there. Now, moving on. The next question I will ask you is, are you a leader? Considering what we have said. Calm down for me now. Calm down for me. Are you a leader? What I said so far, are you a leader? Or you want to wait for a good time? Are you a leader?
Yes.
Write on your book that I'm a leader. Write on your book, say I'm a leader. I take up initiatives. I rule my world. Okay, moving on. So, why leadership is my next slide. Voila. Ruth, so you will give me another pointer. Why leadership? See what I said here? The world is designed to favor what? Favor and reward what?
Yes.
With more. And when I say more, I mean more responsibilities, more returns, more opportunities, more impact, more relationships, more influence. Now let me say something. If you are going to look for, let's say, a grant, how many of you know of Tony Elumelu Foundation grant? How many of you have applied before? Okay, she has applied once. You have not applied. So I believe in you to apply next year. You did not say amen. You don't want to apply. And I expect to see some applications from this house. Now, most persons don't apply because they feel like they are not qualified or the process is too tedious, it's too hectic. But then, what they want to check before they can even qualify you is to see what you have done before. So you're coming to look for a grant of how much in dollars? $5,000. That's like 7-point-something million now in Naira, if not more. Yeah, 7-point-something million. And if they are giving you that amount of money, will they give you something for an idea that's in your head? No. They will give you for what you have done. They want to see what you have been doing, right? They want to see the work you have been doing. And that's where they will favor you and reward you based on the work you have been doing, based on the initiatives you have taken as a leader. So whether you are pushing in your career, you want to get a job, you are applying to get a job with a company, they will not apply you because you went to school and graduated. Is that why they will apply you? No. They want to see your experience. So when you finish school, what have you been doing in the past 6 months, the past 1 year or 2 years that you finished? What have you been doing? When they see that track record, they can say, okay, this one is someone we can trust with what? This responsibility. So please, begin now. Even as a student or a researcher or whatever, start now to take initiatives. Okay? Start now to take initiatives. Everything rises and falls where? Leaders are what? Mm-hmm. So you are the ladder for the next person, either your sibling, the next person in your family. That's future you are looking towards. You are the ladder that will take yourself there, and even the persons around you there. And they actually, do you know everybody in life is connected to somebody else? Yes. There are people relying on you. Do you know that? You may not even know it, but there are people who their success is dependent on your success. Yes. And if you don't take the initiative now, they will suffer because you refused. So start now to take what? Initiative. Leaders are ladders. They bear the burden of people. When I say people now, I mean the team. When you the community chairman is to the right, the principal is to the right, the contractor is to the right. Who else is to the right? The students in that school are also stakeholders. So you must know how to bear the burden of people. Stakeholders in your project, and then the followers people who follow you. You must bear the burden for them as a leader. Then the success of the project is dependent on who? The leader. For example, how many people follow football? You watch football to an extent. Ladies don't like football that much, but I know some people somehow, right? Somehow. You're just a fan or you're not a fan of any of them, you just watch. Okay, so when a team is not succeeding, and probably they are 10th place or 12th place or even 19th place in the table, who do they look to fire? So that the team can get better, who do they look to fire? The coach, the manager. They don't start with the players. They start with who? The manager. Because they feel like, or they know, rather, that the success of that team is based on what? And over time, we have followed this thing. We found that a team can be performing low at the moment. But the moment to change the coach. But the same players, and you wonder how, why? Leadership, mentality, right? Mindset. So please, everything rises and falls on leadership. So leading with vision, value, and virtue. So I want to explain these three things to us before we wrap up. What did I say? Leadership always begins with what? That is work on and packaging into something of what? That people need and interact with you for, and what is retained by your
virtue.
You want to change the battery. Is it off? It's off. Should I hold it on? Okay, I can go ahead, right? You can hear me. Look how wood. Like that. So, without this territory, you can't go forward as a what? A leader. So it all begins with a vision. A vision basically, let me explain all of them one by one. Vision is what? Value is what? Virtue is what? You write that down, very important. Your vision is what you see about your future. The life you want to live, the future you want to have, the business you want to build, the family you want to have, everything is embedded in your vision. It is what you see. Your value then is what you offer. What are you offering to the market? What are you offering to your company? What are you offering to your nation? What are you offering to your community? That's your value. What you offer. Then the virtue is what you represent as a person. Right? Your moral conduct, your values as a human being. The things that they cannot find you doing, no matter what. That's your virtue. And these three things are what make up what? Every successful leader. Now, vision is the beginning of every success story. I know we know stories of people who have dreamt, I want to be this, I want to be that. And in the end, they actually did, right? They became what they dreamt of. I don't want to call the names, but we know them, right? You know them, right? If I start calling the names now, you will still know, but no time. So, if they had a vision and they were able to achieve it, it means that you that is here, that vision you have. The question we have, do you even have a vision? We have to start from there. Do you have a vision for your future? So it's the picture of the future you want to what? Capture. Do you have a vision for your future? If I ask you now, what do you see yourself? Where do you see yourself in the next 20 years? Yourself, are you going to be working in a big firm? Are you going to be building a tech solution? What have you? Do you have that vision? Because it all starts there. If you don't have it, you see what I said? Success is not what? You cannot stumble upon success. It doesn't happen. Now you don't make one by mistake one morning, then by the side of your bed you are just seeing $200 million. Like you just sleep. Even you don't go shock. You go, oh, first, what did happen? That's it. So success is not stumbled upon. You need to prepare for it, and it all starts with a vision. A man without a vision is worse than a man without high sight. Now, why do you need a vision? Number one, it gives you clear sense of what? Direction. It also inspires others to follow you. When you have a compelling vision, when you tell people, this is where we are going, this is what I see about our future, you don't even have to give them money, they will follow you. Right? That's what Jesus Christ did. He did not even say much. He had so much vision and so much compelling future that he just tell people, follow me, and they what? Followed him. So, it inspires others to follow you. It guides strategy and decision making. It empowers you. It also determines your destiny. Do you know your vision determines your destiny? Your vision determines your destiny. So what you are seeing of yourself now is where you actually end up. So if you don't have any vision, you're actually in a problem. You are actually playing a very critical or destructive game. Moving on. Value. I want to talk about value. Voila. Right. Value is the bedrock of every what? Lasting success. Value is what you are worth. If I ask you now, what's your worth at the moment? How much is your worth? How many of you are worth up to 10 million naira, please?
More than movies.
Wait now, I'm asking now. How many of you is worth up to 10 million naira here? Like you know you are worth up to 10 million naira. Raise up your hand. I'm very intentional. Raise up your hand. I want to see. See you. People don't.
10 million naira. More than.
Okay, yeah, I said you are worth up to. You are worth more than.
More than.
Okay. You are worth less than that, Tuko. So what makes you feel like you are worth more than 10 million naira? Please help us.
Me?
Mm.
I want more than rubies now.
Okay, I want more than rubies. All right. So now. Yes, tell us.
Okay, because my mind has ideas that
It's worth more than
when
that.
you implement them, you will-
If you implement, or when you implement.
I say, how do you? So I'm answering. Like,
But when you implement it, so that when you say if, it means you are putting it conditionally. When you say when, it means you are planning towards it. Right? So, everybody is actually worth more than that. You know why? Your organs alone is worth more than 10 million naira. Your organs alone. So when they ask you, what's your worth? You can start from saying 200 billion or something. Let them know that you are serious. Are you with me? Then your ideas alone. So your worth is not what people tell you you are, or what your bank statement is saying. Is what you actually see and perceive of yourself. And that will affect whether you have imposter syndrome or not. When she was speaking, I was just... Because if you know that this is your worth, why should somebody tell you that I cannot give you a job make you feel bad? You mean that you just say thank you so much, there's a bigger company that's waiting for me somewhere. Simple as that. But people who have that syndrome and that problem, they go back and they start crying, whining about that problem, whereas it could be a blessing for a bigger future. So what's your worth? Start seeing yourself differently from today. Carry yourself when you go to bid for a job or look for a sponsor or a partner. Don't carry yourself as though you're going to beg them. You're not begging anybody. Carry yourself as you are what? Because people can perceive your confidence. They can perceive your what? When they see you and then you're already crying before you even start talking, you're shaking. Ha! Problem. That's why you need to learn leadership, learn public speaking. So when you stand before a board, you're not afraid. Okay? As I mean, carry me before anybody, I will be laughing and talking to you. I will not even care. Like, that's me. I cannot be shaking. What am I shaking for? Are you the one paying my bills? No. So don't be scared. Now, moving on. Look at this. There's a picture on my slide, which I want to show. Probably the only picture here. The value from the Naira. This is how much? This is how much? This is how much? Is this worth more than this?
Yes.
Is worth more than this? Is this worth more than this?
Yes.
But this is squeezed and tattered and looking. So why is it worth more than this? Why is it not this worth more than this? The value. So because you're in Nigeria does not mean you are not worth. Do you get what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? When you get the gist, you understand. Because you're in Nigeria, Nigeria looks like a problematic country where there's no, I did not say much, but does not affect your value as a person. So even though you are here now and you don't even seem to have a good clothes to wear, does not affect your value. If you see yourself in that way. Every great man you see today, or majority of them, in short, I saw a review online, a documentary. I think about 60% of the world's millionaires are all self-made millionaires. What do I mean by that? They did not inherit wealth from their father or their mother. They built it from scratch. So if they can build, and they are more than the people who inherited, it means that you can also build from where you are now and become that level. Not just even money, in terms of whatever you want in life. Are we together? So, I'm already told time is up, so let's see how we move on to the last section. Virtue. What is virtue? Living by a what? High standard of morality. High standard. It's your beauty. It's what makes you stand out. You know why? The world is filled with people who are seeking self achievement. They are seeking just for themselves. They are pursuing everything they can just for themselves. They are selfish. And they can do anything, ruin anybody just to make money. I was speaking with someone and he was telling me about a friend, a senior friend who was trying to bid for a contract and found out that contract, he would get the contract, the money would come, but they don't want him to deliver the contract. They want to just share the money. And he had to tell them, my company's name is where? At stake. Because when it happens tomorrow and they want to, review that project and see how far it was done, they will go and find the company that did it and they will query them. They can even sue them. But the person wanted, and he said no. The Bible said a good name is worth more than what? So that name alone is where your virtue comes in. So are you willing to compromise your standards just to get a job or just to get a deal? Maybe they say they're telling you they will give you a job, but you have to sleep with the... Will you do that? No. If you have virtue, you will not. You know that this is not what I bargained for. This is not what I planned for. This is not what I negotiated for. So you must be willing to stand on what is true, no matter what is at stake. Are we together? And this is what shows you. This is what makes you what? Stand out. So everybody is doing this in the world, but you are shining what? Your light. Are we together? So will you shine your light? Are you sure you will? So this is characteristic of a precious leader. You must be very truthful. Very truthful. At all times, very truthful. You must have integrity, humility. Very key, humility. Empathy. Right? What is empathy? You are thinking of someone's condition, even without the person asking. Right? You are empathetic. Not sympathetic. They are two different things. You take the initiative to care. That's empathy. Sympathy is you are responsive. Are we together? So you must have empathy. Then self-discipline, very key. Self-discipline. Then love. In fact, love is very key when it comes to leadership. You cannot lead without love. Very key. You can never live without love. Then service and what? Selflessness. So, while everyone in the world is going one way, choose to what? Be different. And you what? Stand out. Let's read the last together. Want to go?
Choose leadership, and the sky will be your starting point.
Thank you so much. So let's celebrate ourselves.